I'm Steve McQuilkin, project editor for the News Press.
Steve assembled a team between the Fort Myers News Press and the Naples Daily News to take a local look at the Great Recession plus 10.
We were hit particularly hard. We were #1 in foreclosures in the entire country. So a lot of people got hit hard, and Naples followed soon after, both in foreclosures and in unemployment.
How long did it take you to get this series together?
It took us about 4 months of really hard work, and we had a lot of different people, visual people and writers involved, and it was a lot of background research.
Playing out over 10 consecutive days, the newspapers are rolling out online and in print editions stories, searchable databases, and video accounts from those who lived it. Do you find, though, it's people are ready to look back and think about it again? Because so many people are happy to have it in their rearview mirror now.
Yeah, I think it's important that we basically revisit, because a lot of people, even though when times are good, you start to forget, there's still a lot of people who suffered. They're working more jobs, they're working jobs for less pay, so it's not all the same. A lot of people have been left behind. Some have been forced to retire early. Some people who graduated from college during the Great Recession have to go many years before they make up where they would have been. So there was a lot of lost ground.
Lost ground could have been the subtitle. In 2008, Lee County faced a backlog of 23,000 foreclosure cases. It was crazy, the rocket docket and things like that we had going on here.
Yeah, I mean, basically they brought in retired judges and they worked like crazy. And sometimes people would be brought in front of a judge and only ask 2 quick questions, and then bang of a gavel and their home would be transferred. In 1 month, it was 2,600 cases in 1 month.
Compare this to a few years earlier when homes were skyrocketing in value.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing, because at the time, 2003, 2004, people were showing that if it kept going up at that rate, pretty soon a modest 3-bedroom, 2-bath house in Cape Coral would be worth $1 million.
Their heads were spinning by the opportunity to make money, flipping houses and things like that, and never really considering that these prices would go down.
So we all should have seen it coming, but we didn't.
Back to present day, the economy is humming, but Steve and the reporters wanted to know where people here are in their personal recoveries.
Mike McGuigan is one of the people we talked to. He was behind some of the restaurants in downtown Fort Myers, and he actually lost his own house.
Nobody was hiring restaurant consultants to build restaurants. I was way over invested in real estate. You know, when the cash flow stopped coming in, couldn't pay the bills, and ended up losing properties and losing my home to foreclosure. The only thing I didn't lose was I had my boat, and that was paid for, and ultimately became my home.
McGuigan clawed his way back, first launching Ford's Garage in downtown Fort Myers, then expanding the concept to other sites. He's now involved in several restaurants that have redefined the River District.
He's been an amazing success story. It's just that he got hit like everybody else. No one was immune.
Such a large-scale project could not have been accomplished without people shedding their privacy and sharing their pain.
We had a lot of courageous people come forward for this project. I talked to a woman named Sue Cesar, who was just fantastic.
I think I was about 50 or so. And, you know, I was really kind of at the peak of my career.
Sue is a very upbeat person, and she's very much, you know, pull yourself up, get back to life, and go at it. And she was willing to work 4 different jobs during the Great Recession.
It was frightening. It was kind of humiliating to have to fill out applications again at that age. And I didn't work with computers, and everything was, you know, computerized, so that was a disadvantage. So yeah, it was really difficult, and I had 4 different jobs, and you know, I was doing the best I could, but I was still losing.
Sue's ultimate story is that of a survivor, dinged up like most everyone who lived it, now optimistic, cautiously optimistic. Now, how does the series end?
The final story in the series will look once again at foreclosures and where we are today, and how we're a lot better than we were before.